Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whenever you come across this video, thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of time with me. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the likes, shares, and subscribes, everyone who is booking, making purchases off the website, pledges to the Patreon, sending things to the P.O. box, doing all the things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Crystal. How are you? I like these on these ones where we're doing these like live readings and stuff. I feel like I can talk to you guys a little bit more. Hey Anya, hey Deborah. How are you guys? You're doing amazing. Gosh, I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Oh. Yeah, so I just thought I'd come back and obviously do not feel obligated, but we are going to do some live readings for donations. Feel free to stay and hang out. It's raining. It's raining here today too. Or it was this morning. It actually looks like it's not raining anymore, but it was this morning. Hey, Chad. But yeah, I thought I'd show back up and do some, that Five of Cups keeps coming out. Five of Cups keeps coming out. I wonder why somebody's sad. Why are they sad, I wonder? No broke boys, no new friends. Snowing? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm grateful for the rain. I'm grateful for the rain. It's raining there too, Michelle? Michelle, yeah, I'm not ready for the snow either, y'all. Hey, Nerisha. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, you want snow, Michelle? So, Michelle, I love my calligraphy pens, but it's like I'm so afraid to use them. I don't want to mess them up. I'll use them, don't worry. But I'm like in that phase where I'm like, oh my gosh, they're so perfect and new and precious. 57 in Florida. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Deborah, I got you. You're the first one on the list, darling. Let me grab. I have been using the one tip to like write with them. And trust me, I'll get past this hump. It's just a thing inside. I don't know why, but I feel like I'd also do like these, does anybody else, this is something I definitely get from my grandfather, where I save stuff. I don't think it's called hoarding because like my house is not filled with stuff, but I save stuff because what if I need it? Listen to this. I have like 6 or 7 boxes of contacts like sitting around that are not my prescription because I don't like that seems so wasteful to me to throw them away. So if anybody knows anyone that needs contacts of a negative 8.5 subscription, please let me know because I have like probably like a half a year's script, dailies that they can have, okay? The script is negative 8.5 on these, which is probably really rare. But like, you know, like, come on. They're just sitting around and I just keep looking at them and I can't bring myself to throw them away. But it's just stuff like that. It's like, man, girl, just reel it in. Nerisha, I got you on the list. Michelle, did you say you were going to send in? The thing is does anybody know anyone who has a vision of negative 8.5? I don't know. I feel like it's not very common, but maybe there's somebody out there, like through this platform, we can find somebody. I got you, Nerisha. You're on the list. Deborah, what's your question, babe? We'll start with you. So going back to like the pins, you know what I mean? It's like I wanted to, like I don't want to mess them up. I want to keep them. For what? Enjoy them, girl. Enjoy them. Hello. Ooh, where's Latvia? Is that how you say it? I hope so, Crystal. Because, you know. Ooh, cool. Okay. Um, so we've got uh Chad said, Michelle said, Crystal said. We're just gonna write them down. Michelle, H, Crystal. You got it. You are all on the list, my darlings. Did Deborah put her question on the thing? Arita, so these are Michelle, you're so sweet. So these are for donations, but sometimes depending on how long I'm here and things like that, I do give some free away. Um, you know what? It's your first time here. Let's just put you on the list. What does spirit name mean today? Is anyone else seeing that light flicker, or is it just my eyes? What does spirit name mean today? I'm confused by that question, Deborah. Oh, I was like, wait a second. Okay, you got it, Deborah. All right. What does Deborah need to know? Please. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what does Deborah need to know? I feel like something's getting ready to start. With the Eight of Wands, then I saw the Chariot, then I saw the Six of Wands. They all kind of popped back in. This Eight of Wands, there's some sort of action here or movement forward. Maui, it's okay. Oh, you're so sweet looking at me. It's okay, buddy. Yeah, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Justice at the bottom of the deck. So something that maybe was like moving really slow. I feel like there's an energy of kind of getting things organized here. See, on this Knight of Pentacles, how he's like planting a garden and he's like, okay, so the carrots go here, the tomatoes go here, right? He's like labeling all these different things. Excuse me, sorry. So rude. But it feels like there was like, woo, my ear just started ringing. With this Knight of Pentacles, yeah, Tower card. I feel like it's something's going to happen very quickly, right? Like it's like going from like seemingly like things are moving very slow to very quick movement forward here, okay? Also, Deborah, I don't know if there's a new romantic something or other in your life here. I feel like you may actually be manifesting multiple options. But there is, I feel like, Deborah, I feel like there's somebody new that may be coming forward that wants to kind of take things slow, or you may meet this person somewhere. But I'm wondering, I feel like I feel like a woman. Sorry. The energy is kind of all over the place with this, but I feel like you may not move forward on this connection. I feel like there's something that may be kind of hidden in the background here a little bit, okay? And you may feel guided to, it may, like I said, at first it may seem kind of like this wish fulfillment here, Deborah, but I feel like there's some sort of observation that you're going to make, and I feel like you're going to be like, yeah, nope, that's not the one, you know? So just a little heads up on that, but don't, like, you know, allow the observation to come through, right? Because there's something about that process where it's like, it's important that you make that decision, if that makes sense. Yeah. But as far as like some other things in your life, I really honestly feel like you may get some sort of surprise phone call, or for some reason something is going to pick up very quickly here. Yeah. Justice. I feel like you're going to be feeling a lot better. And not that you haven't been feeling great, but for some reason I feel like there's maybe been a little bit of uncertainty, or, you know, but you've just been ending this major cycle, and there's some sort of manifestation that's getting ready to kind of like pop off here for you, okay? Two of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Yeah. But watch out. I don't know. I don't know why I want to say like watch out for that person, because I don't think there's really anything that you need to worry about. But you know, just I don't know. There's something about observing, making some sort of observation. It's like when this person shows you something, believe them. You know what I mean? I feel like that's going to be really important. And I think it's like, I think somehow it's all tied in, like connected, if that makes sense, between a manifestation coming in through and like moving very quickly, and but also you making the decision to like believe this person for who they are. Yeah. Okay, Nerisha. Oh, a Christmas open house. That sounds fun. Okay. Let's see. Trying to think of the best. Is anyone lying and saying that Nerisha is not single? Is anyone claiming to be, whoa, okay. Is anyone claiming to be Nerisha's boo? And they lie about it. They lie. This person is a liar. Let's see. I don't no, I don't think so, but I do feel like there is with this Page of Pentacles, see how he's like watching somebody on the computer? I do feel like there is somebody that has their eye on you, but this is somebody who I'm not sure has, you know, with the Four of Wands in reverse, I don't feel like they have a whole lot of like stability underneath them, you know what I mean? Or like there's not a lot of foundation there. And that's not a reason to like not, you know, be with somebody. But the Four of Wands it also talks about like, you know, spiritual foundation and things like that. So I do feel like you have an admirer, Nerisha, okay? But I don't know that you guys are aligned, if that makes sense. So it's like, and it's like, not to say that anyone is better than anyone else, not that at all. It's just, I feel like there is somebody who, but I don't think they're lying about you or lying about being with you. But you do have an admirer, okay? You don't. But again, I'm not sure. Is this person going to say something to Nerisha? I want to know. No. You won't ever. I don't know that you'll hear from this person. Okay, this is somebody who's very shy. Yeah, this is somebody who just, I feel like they like to play it safe and they would rather just like daydream about you than reach out. So, and maybe it's because they recognize and realize that like your paths aren't aligned. You know what I mean? It's very possible. So just but you do there. So, you know, you could be picking up on somebody's energy that does watch you. They do have their eye on you, you know? And I don't think it's who you think. I don't. I think it's, Bridget, I gotcha. You know, this is giving like the energy of like if like you know, the kid in school that was really quiet and you know, they're just really shy, really held back, probably, you know, still working on seeing their own worth and their own value in some type of way. But yeah. Okay. All right, Chad, my darling. Okay. Chad wants to know, should he call the cops? So Chad, call the cops. Okay. Whoa. So the Ace of Swords is a yes. The King of Swords is also a yes. But we have this Six of Wands in reverse. Why is the Six of Wands in reverse? I want to know. Okay, okay. So Chad, other things in your life may be feeling like I don't know, there could be like waves or like uncertainties or kind of like other areas of your life could be a little bit rocky, and I think it's because of this internal conflict that you have about this situation. It's like manifesting in your physical life. Okay. So I would say if you feel that it is, we got the Ace of Swords and the King of Swords, and I am not one to, I feel like this is not helping your life or your, I'm picking up on, I feel like you are trying to do the best that you can, but I also feel like you are seeing how this is maybe not helping you, right? Like it's almost like you're sacrificing some things in your life, and maybe even like some things maybe like kind of like, falling to the wayside or things like that. You know what I mean? Like where it's like you're being affected by this like quite a bit. And it's, I know that it's like, I just want to do the right thing. I just want to be a good friend. I just want to, and I don't want to like hurt anyone or anything like that. But I feel like the situation is hurting you. And that's where it's important that you, you kind of set these boundaries and these barriers and make sure that you're protecting your own life. Because if shit kind of hits the fan, you're going to be, I just don't see this person coming to save you. You know what I mean? I just don't. So yeah, you're very welcome. I hate that you're even in this position, but yeah, there are things in the physical that are manifesting because of that internal conflict. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Chad, that anyone even put you in that position, to be honest with you. But I don't know the situation either, right? And I'm not judging them. I'm not judging them at all. I just hope that you both come out of this on the other side here. Irene, you are on my list, my darling. I've got Michelle, Crystal, then you, and then Bridget. All right, Michelle H., my darling. Also, am I saying your name correctly? Arita? Yeah, Chad. That's important. It's important. And again, it's not, yeah. Hey, Friendly Fires. Nice. I will add you to the list, my darling. Elizabeth. I love that. Okay, you got it. Yes, Michelle H. I do. I put you on the list, darling. Love you, Chad. Good luck. Let me know if you need anything, okay? Okay. Aw, we've missed you too. Okay. So Michelle, I want to kind of, so I want to say, I feel like yes, you're definitely moving forward, but let's get a card on it. Is Michelle moving forward in her internal healing? And then I want to know what the Hawks. Yes. Yes. Yeah, you're opening doors. Okay. Now like so we have this 10 of Wands, which tells me that like, that kind of makes me feel like you're in this in between, right? Because I view nines as like the ending, and then the 10 is kind of like this like in space in between before the new beginning, right? Um, Monique, I got you on the list. Um, and see how like she is like everything around her is like dark, and but there's like that light kind of by her hands. You're definitely bringing light to the shadows, okay, within you here, okay? Oh, sorry. Same person. Thank you, Monique, for being honest. I would have gave you two. Anyways, maybe without knowing or something. But yeah, I want to say yes, definitely that you are moving forward in your internal healing. Um, this 10 of Wands, it's like you may feel like you're kind of in this space. But actually, I don't think so. I think you're just kind of like in this in between, right? It's like, you know what they're showing me? They're showing me on do you remember on Willy Wonka? Uh, of like where Mike TV, right? Remember he goes through the machine where they do the, what is it, the shrinking or whatever, but and he like, he kind of like disintegrates and then he comes back. It feels like you're like in this space of like all the, I've said this before to somebody else or something like that, but it feels like you're in this like in the air, like not that you've disintegrated, but anyways, and so okay, thank you. So that is where like all of these hawk energies are coming from, okay? Because the hawks are there to like protect you, right? You're kind of in this space where like everything is all, the way that they're showing me, it's like everything is kind of all, all these little pieces. And the hawks are like to make sure that you reform correctly, right? So the hawks are there to like, protect you, and also to just kind of like, shield you in some type of way. But let me get some more cards on the hawks. But it feels like the hawks are like your own, like freaking bodyguards or something. What else about the hawks for Michelle? Yeah, look, she is walking. That's crazy. That's so funny that card came out. I feel like too, I just heard too, to help you like not feel it, like to help you feel less alone here, okay? Definitely to help you feel like less alone, or just to remind you that you are not alone, that you're not walking down this path alone, and that you have like a whole team. You know what I mean? It's also for, they're telling me also for empowerment, right? Like if you think about it, like you can, how cool is that, right? Every time you go on this like walk, on these walks, there's like you have this whole group of hawks that is like your crew. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It feels very empowering as well. Yeah. Also, too, there's an energy, they're telling me it's to help you to recognize and realize your ability to like make your universe, your world conspire with you, to move with you. that you are kind of, I don't want to say that you're in charge, right? Because we don't want to take anything away from God, but like that you have the power to co-create, right? And so it's almost like the hawks are like, we're here to support you, right? Like, what do you need from us? You know? So they have there's a lot of significance to them. I feel like they're definitely doing a lot for you here. Yeah, I can imagine. As I honestly feel like, it could be like manifestation of your ancestors as well, Michelle. Okay, Crystal, my darling, you are up. Let's do Elizabeth since it's there. Go ahead and Crystal, put your question. I'm gonna go ahead and do Elizabeth's really quick, or Rita's. Does Agnes stalk Elizabeth? Yeah, yeah, Michelle, for sure. Does Agnes stalk Elizabeth on social media? Okay. I'm not sure if it's like stalking. Agnes definitely checks up. Okay. Um, excuse me. Okay. So Agnes definitely checks up on you. Look, Page of Pentacles. That person is literally looking on a computer, right? That's like looking at somebody's social media. I love you too, Michelle. And the thing is I think the reason why I think eventually it could turn into, because I'm picking up on this energy where for some reason I feel like there's been some sort of significant change in your life that this person is recognizing and seeing. And for whatever reason, I feel like it's kind of burdensome. And it's almost this energy of like, very intrigued. This person is very intrigued by the changes in your life here. So I wouldn't say that it's necessarily like a stalking or like an obsession just yet, but I do feel like it is an energy where this person does check up on, they do see the changes, the differences in your life, and they may even feel a little bit burdened by this for whatever reason. But so, you know, and I do feel the energy where it could potentially turn into kind of like an obsession. Okay. But I don't think it's like quite there yet. Does that make sense? But yeah, I feel like, yeah, this person definitely checks up. You know what I mean? And you know, with this justice kind of being here at the bottom of the deck, I do really feel like whatever it is, you know, and then look at this hermit, how she's like taking a bath and there's a bunch of books beside her, like you're just kind of doing your own thing, minding your own business, you know. I'm just living my, but what does he say? I'm just out here living something. Living your best life is what is how, whether you are actually living your best life or not, this is how you're being perceived. So, pat on your back for that. Okay? Because regardless of what's going on, Agnes is feeling burdened because it seems like you're living your best life. Okay? The answers that I need come from a question that I asked myself this morning. A question like that I asked myself, like my own personal experience. Crystal? Like outside of like being on live or anything like that. Is that what you mean? I totally get it, Elizabeth. Let me get through the list and then we can see if there's more time for sure. Hey, Tink. Crystal, I'm trying to think of a question that I asked myself this morning. Because I feel like that's what you mean. And the last couple days I've been working through question I asked myself this morning. I just keep hearing, what is the wound? But I mean, I do that every day. Well, not every day. That's a new thing that I started. But like, what is the wound? There's just a couple people left. I'm trying to figure out. Hold on, let me see if there's like a card or something that I could pull that would help like jog my memory or something for Crystal. Maybe, okay. So I'm wondering if there was, okay, so maybe it wasn't this morning, maybe it was yesterday, because I kind of, okay, so we have the seven of cups, right? Which is kind of that, like, what is the wound, right? Then we have the six of swords, then we have the Hierophant, then we have the three of swords. So yesterday I was kind of, like for a long time in my life, Crystal, I was like the one that got the hand-me-downs, or I was the one that always kind of, like growing up, like my friends always seemingly had more than me, right? Or like even like in my older years, it was like I always felt like, when I was definitely still in like karmic energy, like and still in a lot of lack energy, it was like I was always the one that was like, I was like the charity case, right? Like for whatever reason, like, and I never really realized this, like, but it was like, you know, uh, and just in different situations, like I said, like my growing up, my friends always seemed to have more than me, or like nicer things, and there was just like this, it's like this world that I had like separated myself from. Like there was like this glass wall that I like couldn't, get through. And it's because there was this like expectation and this programming around me that it's like I couldn't, I would never be the one that is, that I would always just be that energy. I would always be in that, that space of like, I couldn't do it on my own, or I never was able to, do anything on my own or something like that. You know what I mean? And obviously that's not the case, right? But it's like there was some sort of programming around that. Um, and Yeah, so I don't know if that is something that's like associated with that, or like, kind of, I don't, I'm not sure, but that was something that was kind of, very present to me over the last couple days of, people just they looked down on me, because I did never had as much, or I wasn't able to do as much. But that started, when I was very young. I wasn't really given a whole lot. There was a roof over my head, and I ate some food. And, I don't want to say we weren't poor, but like, honestly, I was given the very bare minimum, and that was out of my dad's, my parents' own lack wounds. But as I got older, those lack wounds still kind of really like clung to me. And it was like I could never like accomplish anything on my own, or like I don't know how to explain it, but it was almost like I was the one like falling short, you know and it's like I'm just as deserving as everyone else, to have the not hand-me-downs, to have the brand new things. And not to say that, it's not about materialistic things. It's just about seeing my own worth and my own value. But there's like, a lot of people from my past had kind of just put me in this space of, well, Corey's never going to do anything. She's never going to be anything. She's never going to go anywhere. And you know what I mean? And I had just accepted that, it's this space of, well, if Corey comes, I don't know. It just, I don't know how to explain it, but, and I had to go and retrieve myself from that shelf. You know what I mean? because that's just not the case. It's just not real, right? Like I had just taken on my parents' own lack, and therefore I was just expressing in my life in multiple different ways. And I couldn't help that, like, especially in high school, that my friends like had more. We lived in a county that's so wealthy, right? Like, and in a town that, everyone there was extremely wealthy. And, um, yeah, so I just didn't have what they had. And it kind of grew into that. But anyways, yeah. So, you know like my friends, they all had, back then it was like Hollister was brand new, and Pitaya, I don't know if you know anything about Pitaya, but Pitaya was huge in my school when we were growing up. And we all know those stores are, well, now it's not really that expensive, it's pretty average, but like, then it was more expensive. And when I got new clothes, it was either, my stepmom would pick out clothes from her own style, and then I would be made to feel, if I didn't like it, I was made to feel guilty, right? Or, my grandmother, and my stepmom, she only got me clothes and things like that. And clothes is just a baseline here. I don't know why we're talking about this, but like, that was just on the holidays. It was just like a present, right? She was just trying to, stack up the boxes, whatever. But like, and then my grandmother would take me shopping, and that was all fine and well, right? But I don't know, there's something about like that. Sorry, I kind of like really went into that. So, yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Elizabeth, I want to make sure you're sending it to the right place, because I don't have a notification. But hold on, let me pull up my PayPal. Are you sending it to CorieAdams7@gmail.com? I don't want you just sending a bunch of money to the wrong person here. But does that help, Crystal? Yeah, I totally understand. But yeah, that was like a big thing that I kind of worked through yesterday, was realizing, like, realizing that people had kind of, put me on that shelf, right? Like just put me in that jar, and that I had also accepted that, right? All right, Bridget, my darling dear, you are up. And then we've got Monique. Okay. So, as I was good, Crystal. Feel your way through it. Let it out, right? Focus on whatever you're feeling in your body. Bridget, I'm like reading your question, and the Ace of Swords came out, which is like, yes, you are correct. The answer is yes. Okay. But let's see. I didn't even ask. So let's just see how this goes. Oh, we have justice. Okay. All right. We like that. All right. Let's confirm Bridget's confirmation. Let's give her a confirmation about her date she had. What does she need to know about the date? Ooh, that was a Hierophant. And the Ten of Cups. Sorry, I'm so excited. This is good news. This is good news. You know, part of me wants to say, you know, that he could be a little bit more on the traditional side of things, but I think that he has an open mind. That may be like the only thing. It's like, you like your, I don't want to say your beliefs might be a little bit different, but it's like your perception on the world might be a little bit different. But with the Ten of Cups, the Justice, the Ace of Swords, and the Hierophant, I would say that was, it's definitely a good date, and I would say it's definitely something with a lot of potential for growth. And yeah, there may be a little bit of differences there, but honestly, I feel like it's okay. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's definitely something that is going to, I don't know. I feel like bring you together here. Okay, but at the bottom of the deck, now give me a second. Yeah. I do, for some reason, I feel like there could be something, Bridget, like a little bit of fear, maybe of abandonment that may come up with this. So just know that that's a fear. It's not real, okay? It's something from the past, okay? I think on yours. I think on yours. I think there's going to be something with the Queen of Wands here with the Five of Pentacles. And this it's, and then we've got the Knight of Cups here, kind of like but the thing is I feel like when this comes up, for some reason, I feel like he's going to talk you through it. Like he's going to be able to, like, this is something you guys can work through together. Okay. So, um, I don't feel like it's going to be strong or it's going to be like, you know, too like prevalent or anything. I feel like it's just, you know, something from the past that may just have like just needs to be released, just like that last little, you know what I mean, like bit from a certain situation. But honestly, I don't think it's anything you really need to worry about too much here. But yeah, no, there's excuse me, a lot of good potential there. The Wheel of Fortune with the lovers, quit it. Quit it. Bridget, don't quit it, actually. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay. You're welcome, Bridget. I love that for you. Congratulations. I'm so excited. I'd love to hear that. I'll try to burp more. All right, Monique, my darling. Last on the list so far, but certainly not least. Right. Okay. Okay. Can we get any type of insight in Monique's last relationship to help her release and move forward? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I get the feeling that none of this is about the last relationship, though. Because there's just a lot of positive energy here, to be honest with you. Which is good, right? Because that means energetically there's a shift. And I'm sure this is not news to you, but like energetically, your energy is saying that you're not really focused on that. You know what I mean? Like while yes, you're still healing from that, there's not there's not a huge, it doesn't have a huge weight on you. It's not really like holding you back or keeping you in the trenches here, which is good. So I'm almost wondering if like the insight that you are looking for about this connection is something that you're already very aware of. I'm really picking up on an energy of like, you know, this person is who you think they are. So I don't know if you've made some sort of like analysis or there's been some sort of like realization about this person and maybe they're not capable of being in a connection, right? This person could have been, you know, had a lot of narcissistic traits or like just very, um, you know, manipulative in ways, or but for some reason I feel like you've been given kind of like I heard like a bird's eye view, or like a, you know it's almost like I feel like your guides have kind of already shown you a little bit about this person, for you to kind of understand. And so there's this energy of like, however this you were treated in this situation was a reflection of them and not of you. And so now I kind of want to move this focus on to like what's coming forward, because I feel like, Monique, you have maybe even, I don't know if you have like, there's something that I feel like you have predicted. And I'm not sure if it has, for some reason, I feel like it could have to do with like another connection, like a connection that, or maybe you just have this like feeling about like somebody else, not this person, about this other person like being interested in you or something like that. Like, I don't know. I just am, there's something that your intuition is telling you about, I think, someone else being interested in you. This is correct. You're also going to get some sort of confirmation about this as well. Okay. Also, we have the Ace of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups out here. So this, again, that's really aligning to that what I was saying of how like energetically, like, you're not really holding on to this person. You're kind of like in this new space, in this new beginning here. There's also some sort of like goal or accomplishment, that I think that you are going to be achieving. And I think that you might be, I feel like it's unexpected as well. Like, I don't know if this is like, but it feels like you've been like working on something for quite some time. And I think you've been making a lot of progress in this, whatever it is. Like, I don't, it could be, it could be anything, Monique, but there, it feels like out of nowhere there's some sort of like, it's like you just achieve it, and for some reason it's like they're really giving me like something about, and I think this may be just an example, I don't know if it's specific to your situation, but it's like somebody that would be like, maybe working on their credit score, right? And you're working on your credit score, you're paying off, random debts and things like that, and then all of a sudden, like one day you look at your credit history, and it's just like you suddenly just have this like great score, your credit history, and it's because like maybe you had reached, because certain things after so many years just kind of like drop off. And that's the example that they're giving me. It's like, I think, what is it, like 7 years or something like that, that things just kind of like fall off your credit history. And it's like, one day you go, you check on it, right? You log into whatever you log into, and you're like, okay, so I have this much money that I can allot to this. You make a payment towards that. The next day you go and you check, and it's just like, but this is something that I feel like, you've been progressively working on. It does not have to be your credit. This is just an example that they're giving me. And it's just like one day it looks like you're, you can see your progress, but it looks like there's still a lot of progress to be made. But then the next day it's just like, boom, like, oh shit, like 750, 800 credit score, right? And like that thing I thought I was going to have to pay off is no longer there. Like something like that, I don't know. But you're going to reach a massive goal. Like something that I feel like it's important to you. And again, it does not have to be that. That's just the example that they're coming through with. But yeah, it feels like it's, in one instance, you're going to feel like, again, you're going to be able to see your progress. It's like you're not blind to your progress that you've made, but it will seem like overnight you have made leaps and bounds in something. Dope. I love that. Irene, I got you, babe. What's your question, darling? Monique, I hope that was helpful. Did I even answer your question? Okay, good. It's like, wait a second. That's what yeah, long-term goals. That makes sense. Ooh, that's exciting, Irene. Okay. Is there anything that Irene should know about this energetic session coming up for her? Hmm. I don't know, Irene. I feel I'm so excited for you, but also at the same time, for some reason, I feel like I don't know. I feel something sneaky here. And it's not to say don't do it because I feel like you should still do it. Have a session, make sure you create boundaries, all of those things. And maybe this energy I'm picking up on is just somebody, I don't know how well you know this person, but for some reason I feel like there's something that you're welcome, Monique, love you. I feel like there's something that's like hidden, you know? And maybe that's okay. It's not to say that she necessarily has to indulge everything here. Hold on. Should she do the session? Yeah, I think you should still do the session. Just don't give this person too much of your personal information, is what I feel like. Keep it strictly business. I know you're being kind and generous, and you may not even be charging this person, and that's all fine and well also. Um, but keep it strictly business, because I do feel like this will be good for you. You know, to kind of right, to show you your ability to be that conduit, right? More so than you already are aware of, right? Um, and to be the channel, and to help, just teach you, and experience is good in these different things, right? But yeah, um, just professional, friendly, but yeah, don't let this person, because I don't know why, but Irene, I feel like for whatever reason this person is trying to get some sort of information about you. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I have to trust and I have to say it out loud. Okay, like I feel like this person is trying to get some sort of information about you. So do not indulge any of your personal information. And I don't, like, who do you work for? I don't know. I don't like, I don't know why she would need, like, who is she going to tell this information to? I have no idea, but that's the energy that is coming through, is for whatever reason. Yeah. So, but do it. right? Just know. You know what I mean? And make sure that you're really cleansing your energy before and after and all the things. Okay? Again, I don't necessarily feel like, I'm not saying this person is a bad person, but there's something sneaky or something hidden, or yeah, for some reason I just kind of get this feeling that I don't know why, but it's like she wants to get some sort of information about you or something. Weird. Yeah. Yeah, it could just be the people that she's around. I have no idea. But yeah. And something just started stinking like mildew. You know that smell? I don't know where that came from. Yeah, for sure. You will, Irene. You will. And that's where it's just, it's good to, have those boundaries and keep your energy clean and things like that. Yeah. And I don't know why that mildew smell came through. Random as hell. Now the lights are flickering. What the heck? uh, yeah, because I just deep cleaned my house yesterday. So you're welcome. I don't think it's my house. Although, I think there is a leak underneath my kitchen sink. But still, I would be smelling mildew before that. And what makes that smell? Stagnancy. Stagnant water, old water, still water. You guys. It's so low in the cup, I was like trying to get whatever. It's like I couldn't get it. Yeah. Yeah, that smell's gone. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. Let's look it up. Let's see if there's like a spiritual significance of mildew smell. You know what I mean? Okay. Anytime I would come into contact with a diabolic influence, a demon spirit, or a high-ranking principality in power, I would smell rottenness. Interesting. A persistency, musty smell can be an indication of mildew in your home. Duh. Okay, that's funny. Uh, yeah, that is kind of creepy. Yeah, a musty smell in spiritual context could indicate a presence of evil or demonic activity. Bad smells can be a manifestation of stagnant emotional energy reflecting unresolved issues or unconscious patterns that are stuck. Yeah. So I'm glad you asked. I'm glad that you asked. That was very interesting. So here's to that. If you ever just randomly are out and about and you smell mildew, okay, then now you know. Yeah, because that smell's gone, and I'm back to smelling the beautiful goddess smell that is my house. So, yeah, she very well could have an attachment. Um, Trying to think. See, my heart's like, well, I hate to leave her without an attachment, but we just never know, because I did pick up on that kind of like hidden energy. I don't, girl, I would just trust your judgment on that. Because it's like, in my mind, I'm like, well, I don't want to leave her with that attachment, but also, again, how much control does that attachment have, you know? Oh, thanks, Amanda. Um, Elizabeth, I saw the one, actually, what I saw, hold on. It's being all weird. What's on here is actually, oh, you request me to send you money. Hold on. Let me keep looking. And it can get confusing like that. But I do see it on here. But it was for me to pay you. You're welcome, Irene. It happens. It happens, dude. It really does. And actually, PayPal is being really weird right now. Um, oh, Jaspy says hello. Anyways, what's everyone doing today? Okay, what was your second question? We can go ahead and do that. And if you don't figure it out, I don't want you to stress about it. Oh, there it is. What are you guys planning on doing today? Anything exciting? Yeah, it's correct. I got it now. Thank you. Thank you for, that. What was your second question, darling? I think I remember you said something about a guy, maybe, or something. Oh, don't be. Listen, it happens all the time. It's all good. We work through it. I go back to December all the time. Turns out I'm missing you. What's that song? Channel song for somebody. But she doesn't say December, does she? She says September, maybe. Okay. Chris Stapps. Okay. How do you, Chris Stapps? Is it Chris Stapps? Is that how I pronounce his name? Chris Stapps? Does Chris Stapps stalk Elizabeth on social media? I feel like you're laughing at me. That's okay. I think he's in another relationship with this lovers here. But let's get some more on it. Let's get another. I think he thinks about you. I do. Yeah, I think he thinks about you. For whatever reason. You know, there's probably lots of reasons why he thinks about you, but I do feel like he is maybe in a relationship here. Um, so I don't think yeah, I feel like like looking at your social media or something like that could be like trackable or traceable or something like that. Is what kind of came through, but yeah, I do feel like he thinks about you. Yeah, yeah, but I think he is in a relationship, but he does think about you. Just making sure nothing else wants to come through about it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love that you're in a new healthy relationship. Good. Good, good, good. Hey, Nat. Yeah, so I do a collective reading live. I don't, well, I shouldn't say I'm live for that every day, but I try to do that live every day. I may sometimes pre-record it and post it, but Monday through Friday at least. Sometimes I pop on the weekends depending on what I got going on. Um, and then I've been trying to do these live personals for donations more often, or as much as I can. Like if there's a day and I don't have a lot of bookings, personal bookings, then I'll probably be here doing these, you know. So as far as the live readings for donations, it's kind of like hit or miss, and just based on my schedule and what I can do. But I definitely do collective messages every day. Um, how are you, Nat? I'm glad you had a good time. Have a good day. Is anybody else not like like I don't know. I got an email which I'm not like over I don't know. I got an email from somebody about the collective readings, and actually I'm not even going to dive into it, but never mind. We're not going to go there. Anyways, it's all good. All right, guys. Well, yeah, I should probably go. I should probably get. Oh, nope. We're gonna wait on that. Actually. I come back to the same old time. It did work, Nat. What's your question, darling? I can see you now. I didn't see you in the middle there. Did you put anything? You're in the chat now. Whoa. Ooh, the Empress. We like that. I can see you. Did you put your question? No, it's okay. If you already did, I didn't see your question. Try again. I'm so sorry. Also sorry about Maui. I'm just protecting him some, aren't you, buddy? Thump, 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 thump. Hi, handsome. And I'm so glad to see you, too. Come here. Come here. Oh. Take it off. Come here. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Yes? Okay, so you want to know what's going on in your romantic love life? What's coming toward you? What can you expect? I love this. Let's find out, shall we? All right. All right. Oh, I feel like definitely love is going to turn up, but let's see. What can Matt expect in her romantic love life, please, in the near future? What can she expect? Let's see. Will there be romance? Okay, well, this isn't romance, but for some reason I feel like your finances are going to increase. I'm going to keep focusing on romance, but I do feel like there are some finances. Your finances are going to increase. You know, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it doesn't matter what your financial situation is, whether it's, you know, you feel it's currently, good or bad. I don't know, but I feel like that regardless is going to increase. But let's see, let's put more focus on your romantic love life, please. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, I've never gotten this message before, Nat. Okay. Um, and I'm covered in goosebumps. This is crazy. Okay. I've literally never gotten this. Okay, so have you ever seen the movie Practical Magic? One of my favorite movies, one of the very best movies there ever was. Yes. Okay. You remember the part when she's little, right? And she is the what's the sister with the dark hair? I can't remember. It's but and she sets the intention, right? She creates that love spell and she sets the intention of her perfect person, right? When she's a kid, this person, you know what I mean? But and then later she meets that person. I feel like you're being encouraged to write down, yes, one brown eye, one blue. Yes, exactly. Um, I feel like you're being encouraged to write down your perfect person like that. Okay? Write down all the things that you don't want and write down all the things that you do want. Because I do feel like you are still, like there is a little bit of like, I feel like you're like healing or you've been healing, right? But I just kind of get this feeling, and it's not to say, don't, not a specific person, right? We're talking about qualities. We're talking about, do you want this person to be 5'7"? Do you want them to be 6'12"? That's 7 feet. I'm joking. But you know what I mean? Do you, and you don't have to get specific like that, but it could be like characteristic qualities. It doesn't have to all be physical qualities, but I feel like characteristics are probably more important than physical qualities. But because with the hangman and the moon here, it does feel like you are definitely like moving through some things, especially when it comes, healing from a past relationship, but also I feel like a little bit too of like healing from maybe possibly some sort of like, like abandonment wound. Not to say that you necessarily were abandoned at some point in time, but I feel like you could be working through a little bit of an abandonment wound or fear of abandonment, if you will, in some type of way. So in the meantime, while you're doing that, because this seems to be just like a process that's like happening, you know what I mean? Uh, I feel like do that. Put your intentions out there because I feel like that person will show up for you. I literally have never told somebody to like magic up your perfect person, but I feel like you're being encouraged to do that. Let the universe know what it is that you want in a person. The lights are flickering, and and but then obviously once you do that, right, like let that go, right? She was a child, and not to say that it's going to take like many years for this to come to fruition, but like you could even like burn the paper or bury the paper or just whatever you do with it. You could just fold it up and tuck it away and just put it under your bed, or I don't know, but you really just do whatever you're guided in that instance, and then just kind of let it go. And then I just feel like just like her, right? Like when she realized like he had one blue eye and one brown eye, right? Or was it green? It doesn't matter. And it was just like this, remember in the movie, she was just like, she even told him, she was like, your feelings for me are not real because I magicked you. You know? Sorry. I'm sorry. It was the mailman. Yeah, Amanda, you're right. But yeah, so that's the guidance that's coming through. I've really honestly never got guidance like that before. You know, because it seems like it really feels like you're really like on the right, like it feels like things are just kind of like flowing for you. You know what I mean? Like as far as like your healing and you know, typically I would pull on like, okay, so here's what's blocking this. It feels like the universe has kind of got something, you know, like the train is on the tracks and the tracks are moving, right? The train is moving on the tracks. So, yeah. I love that message. Super cool. Kind of makes me want to do it too because for funsies, why not? Yeah, I totally get that, Nat. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like it, you know, do it, make it. Oh, no, you're good. You were the last one on the list. What's your question? This Five of Cups just keeps coming out today, guys. Somebody, I don't know. I don't think it's me. I don't feel like I'm upset about anything. Yeah, Amanda, why not? Mm-hmm. I get that. Okay, let's see. What does Nat need to know about reading? Oh, no, no, no. You better not even say that. You better just delete that comment because I don't think so at all. It's very possible that you're meant to be a vessel in other ways, right? Tarot just might not even be, you know, it might not even be on your, right? Like on your criteria, on your agenda. It might not even be, you know, and you know, it takes some people longer than others. You know, I had this channel going for several years before I went viral for the first time. You know, there was a couple years where I was just riding with, you know, a couple hundred people, and then I went to, you know, 1,500 people, and then all of a sudden I was up, you know, at 15,000. So, I think that takes time, it takes skill, it takes, you know, belief and things like that. Not to say that you don't have any of those things, because I'm sure that you do, but let me get some on this, because I got a feeling it's a matter of divine timing. Okay, what does Nat need to know about reading tarot? Is that something she's supposed to be doing? the Hermit card. I honestly feel like it's something that you could be very successful at. I feel like it's something that you can and you will be very successful at. But I do feel like with the Hermit and the Nine of Wands, Nat, it does feel like, the Nine of Wands it's that healing, right? Especially with the moon being at the bottom of the deck again. It's just that healing that you're working through. Again, just, the train is on the tracks and the train is moving on the tracks. So you're headed in the right direction. But you just may need a little bit more time to work through, some things to align to this position. It's definitely not that you're not worthy at all. Six of Wands, I feel like you could be very successful at reading for others. Yeah, you just got to give it some time. Yeah, impatience is, are you a fire sign, Nat? Or do you have a lot of fire in your chart? I totally resonate with that. Yeah, I agree. And it's definitely brought me a lot closer to the divine as well and helped me through my own personal journey. Um, because at the end of the day, that's really what tarot is. It's a personal journey. Sagittarius, I knew it. It's okay. Impatience comes naturally to you, but you will work through that. You will work through that. Yeah. Because it's also, when you're working with spirit and the divine like this, and you kind of come into this world, although you yourself, your intentions are pure and you're working with the divine, you kind of enter into this world where there are a lot of people who are not working with the divine. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say a lot, but there are some people. And so it's also about your spiritual strength as well. Um, and that's something it's so real. Like, I went viral and um, I had never felt more spiritually attacked in my life over the last year. But it's okay, right? Because that was just it was part of the process, right? Like, I just had to, I had built up that spiritual strength and then it was being tested. So, but yeah, so there's a lot of things that go into it, but just trust and know that it's not a no, it's a not right now out of your protection. You know what I mean? Yeah, just that was probably honestly a part of your awakening. Um, Just make sure you're always like praying and setting your intentions and things like that, because when you open yourself up to this world, um, there is just like with everything, there's the light and the dark, and it's a little bit more risky because you can't necessarily see, right? The energy that's coming through. You just have to trust the way that you feel, right? Um, and there's some trickster energy out there, but it's not to say that you aren't necessarily supposed to be doing it. Um, just make sure that you're, cleansing your energy and things like that. Okay. Yeah. And that's the thing is, in this process, I think we all experience doubts and things. And so that's where that's why like the timing of everything is important, because then you are really working through those doubts and building on that self-confidence. Yeah, I totally get that, Nat. Mm-hmm. Good. I'm glad you took that advice, because it is very helpful in those instances. Yeah, Amanda, I agree for sure. Aw, thank you. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I probably needed to hear that. Hmm. We really do have a beautiful community and family here. And I'm so grateful. And I feel extremely blessed every single day. Like, man, I don't know how I got so, I say this all the time. I don't know how I got so lucky. And I know it's not luck, but I love you guys. I love you so much. And those two little comments just made me feel a lot better about that. Oh, anyways. Hmm. Thank you, Natalie. It's an honor, honestly. Um, and you're right. I don't think I quite understand the impact that I've had, but I think it's God's way of keeping me humble. Not to say that I wouldn't be humble otherwise, but um, no, I think you're right. And the fact that I don't have a real grasp on, because you're not the first person to tell me that. And I oftentimes have to remind myself that what I do is helpful to others. Um, because I still have, some of that like imposter syndrome sometimes that, basically tells me that what I'm doing is just, you know, pointless, or, you know what I mean? Or whatever, um, not helpful or childish, or, especially when I'm like have a lot of the readings that are more focused on like karmic energy. I'm like, man, what am I, um, but I realized, that there are just still people still in karmic situations, and that's why that energy comes out, because they need those messages, right? We're all at like different places, and you know, um, so yeah, I literally have to remind myself um, that I am helpful. That's crazy. And then there's things like that where like my gifts have gotten, I don't even realize that I'm doing it when I'm doing it sometimes. And I think that a lot of you guys also have that as well, where you don't realize just how tapped in you are. Um, and, you know, just keep going. Just keep going, because you're on the right path and you're doing the right thing for sure. Yeah, for sure. Of just, and also like, I was made to feel very insignificant when I was young. Just, you know what I mean? Like, and they probably felt that way too, right? So I'm not hating on anybody, or, shaming anybody or anything, but yeah, I was made to feel very insignificant. And so when I am now in a position where I am helping people in such a significant way, it's hard for me to believe that, because for a long time I was made to feel and I believed that I was insignificant. Yeah. And that's just not the case. Yeah, exactly. But you're going to work through that. It's very clear to me that you are working through that. And, I want to tell you, preface that chances are you'll start getting clients before you're fully in a space of really feeling 1,000% confident. You know what I mean? Like within your gifts and things, um, but there will be purpose in that too, of building that confidence even further. Okay, so I want you to know that even, you'll probably start getting clients and things before you feel, those nerves are going to be there, whatever it may be. I don't know. But there's, even after it starts, rolling, there's still a little bit of work to do. So, and just, take that as a friendly little reminder, because it was like, for me, it was just like, I don't know, that moment I went viral, I felt like, the vision that they're showing me is me kind of just being like slammed like this all over the place, like, just like, and that's what it felt like for the last, let's see, August makes a year that I will have been doing this, working for myself. And it's been feeling like that since August of 2023. Maybe more than that. Maybe like, well, I'd say the first couple months, June and July, they were good. They were smooth, because I think it was June when I went viral, probably. And then, yeah, I took that leap and decided to just, leave my corporate job and do this. And yeah, it's felt like I was, kind of being thrown against the walls, like, like the gas station man, like the, it's been like that since then. So, just be prepared. But it's been fun, regardless, It's been a really good time. And, it hasn't all been peaches and cream, but do it. Yeah. And it might actually help you to, in those moments where you feel like that's happening, do that with your body. Just like, you're like, oh, this is a Corie moment, right? And just kind of like wail your body around. It might help you. I feel like I just got deja vu. But anyways, I can't wait to see your journey. So do you have do you have a channel or some sort of social media in which you're posting on your readings and things? We'd love to support you. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. You should try again. I think you should. And if not YouTube, TikTok may be good, or, Instagram or something. But I'm telling you, I started my channel in 2017. I started posting consistently in 2020, maybe. Maybe it was 2019. I can't remember. And then I went viral in June of 2023. So, and we all have different, right? It was, for me, the way that I perceived it, it was all about alignment for me. Um, but we all have different journeys, different things, different messages, different, so I say try it again. Only don't do it because I say, though. Only if you really, really want to. You know what I mean? which I think you do. I feel like you do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it. But, um, yeah. You know, and I've seen people come on here and, oh, I get that for sure. Try to do where you can just show the cards, maybe. There's lots of readers that do that. You know what I mean? Lots of readers that just do that. They're probably smart for doing that, right? Because here I am, just like a open target. You know? Oh, I like that. Not that you have metal bars on your spine, but I like the title. That's cool. What happened for you to have metal bars on your spines? On your spines, like you have more than one. On your spine, I mean. That's crazy. My daughter had pins when she was younger in her elbow. I'm guessing that's different, though. Oh, I gotcha. I'm sorry. I hate that. So has it? Oh, I'm sure. I hate that for you. Is there any way to you know, you probably know way better than I do. I couldn't imagine. Hey, come here. Oh no. Gosh. Oh gosh. Well, I'm certain that there is some sort of purpose to it. There really always is. Um, just keep that in mind. Yeah. And you know, and whenever you're supposed to know what the purpose is of it, you will know. I found that too on my journey. That when I'm supposed to know the answer, I'll know. So until then, I'm just gonna have to let my curiosity fade. But it's like it's almost like training. It's like the divine is just training us, and because we're not in a, we typically, like, for a job, when you go in for training, there's a physical person, right, with a physical computer, and maybe there's some training videos, or you're learning something hands-on or something like that. And that's what makes this harder, is because you're kind of going through this training without seeing all of these things in the physical, right? You just literally have to feel your way through it. So sure, patty cake. And I think that that's a big thing. Uh You know what I mean? It makes it hard when you're like kind of going through this ascension, because we can't see what's, the reason for it. But like now being on this journey, it's like I've literally been able to see where there's like this push and pull, like from the divine, of like, I'm going to teach you this. And then we're going to come back to that situation to see how much progress you've made, right? Like how much did you learn from the last time? Where are you at, right? Like, how are you perceiving this? Do you understand that this is just an illusion, right? Like, just different things. And, so it feels really confusing at times, but when you get to a certain point, you can really kind of like observe and see, like, I see what you're doing. You know what I mean? And then they'll come through, right, with like, you're welcome, with like, same demon, different body, and they're like, do you recognize this person, right? Like, you know, or like, the same situation, different whatever, right? Do you recognize this wound, right? Like, and it's just like, I do recognize that wound, and it is an illusion, and I don't feed into that shit, you know? Basically, we're going through the most extensive training that there is on this planet. And it makes it even harder because there's not a book. You know what I mean? There's not a hand guide. There's not there's lots of books you can read about it, but everyone's experience and journey it looks so different, and it is so different. And so that's what I feel like makes it hard to have like the handbook. And that's why it's really important to be more observant of your own experience than somebody else's, because somebody else's experience is probably way different than what you're going to experience. So it's like, that's why, like, a lot of times when there's like these big dates, or these energetic whatever shifts or whatever, I always encourage you, follow your own guidance on what you're meant to do today, or what you're supposed to do today, because my guidance may be different, because I may be at a different point than you are, somebody else is, right? And so, it's good, these other people, that come out with these suggestions and things like that. And we can trust the algorithm and things like that, right? And they're good ideas, and it's good practices and stuff, but it's also very important that you're following your own blueprint and not somebody else's. Wendy, I answered yes. Did you hear me? I'm sorry. Absolutely, Anya. Absolutely. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. No problem. I was just making sure. I was like, I hope I didn't leave her hanging. I mean, I agree. 1000%. 1000%. It is important. If you feel called to show up in that way, um, you know, it is very important. Anya, I agree. Absolutely. Sounds like Maui. It is incredible. It's super fun too. You know what I mean? I look forward to it. I feel like I've been sitting in the crack of these cushions and it has not helped my back. But also, I'm wondering, Nat, if I'm picking up on, um, well, it could just be that I've been sitting here and probably not having good posture. But I do tend to pick up on, yeah, maybe not. Who knows? I have terrible posture most days. No, thanks, Sonia. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's a big honor for me to hold the I'm wondering, is it like your pain that you're feeling right now? Is it kind of there's a lot I'm feeling right up here in my neck and in my shoulders, but then also like right in the middle of my back, kind of towards like the lower back as well. I'm wondering if that's okay. Okay. I can feel it. I wish there was something I could do to make it go away for you. I don't want you to feel this. Gosh, I couldn't imagine feeling this every day. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I feel like I don't know. Like I said, sometimes um I'm just gonna place hands for a little bit. I won't take it. I won't take it, but I'm gonna lighten it a little bit. See if I can help in any type of way. Um, that's a good little piece of information. Thank you, Anya. A dance off? That'd be so fun. I went to see Theo Vaughn on Friday. Um, you're doing the robot. That's so funny you said that because he made a joke about doing the robot, I think. Or maybe not. Does it feel better? I'm going to keep doing it then. I'm going to keep doing it. No, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it, I promise. That's funny. But yeah, if you ever have a chance to see Theo Vaughn live or in public, um, I'm so glad it's helping. I'll sit here, I'll do this all day, girl. I'll do this all day, girl. Don't you even. Because I promise it's not hurting me. I'm not, I felt that energy, but, I'm not claiming it. I'm just, you know, it's almost like just like using my body as like a conduit or like, you know what I mean? It's kind of weird because, if we think about it scientifically, right, and we're all one, then my body is your body. So me placing hands in these places is as technically placing hands on you, and that's the weirdness that my mind does, but it works. I like to think so too. um, but yeah, Theo Von, super funny. It was hilarious. Um, the show was in like in a college town, so there was a bunch of college students around me, but uh, and again, it was a sold out show. Not that that necessarily matters. It's just the energy, right, of the vibe there. Super good show though. Um, it lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. Um, I didn't get to meet him, but that's okay. I don't think anybody did. I mean, maybe some people did, but not me. um, Also, super cool was the day of the show. Um, so when I purchased the tickets, which one of our lovely family members, she randomly had sent me a donation and to put towards the tickets, just like, which was so kind of her. Um, but so I had bought certain tickets, but they were just they're a little bit more affordable or whatever. But that the same day, they upgraded my tickets for no charge. So I was a little bit closer, and I thought that was super cool. Oh, that's good information too, Amanda. Um, no. So his dad's family is here. Um, but as far as like my family goes, uh, well, no, I don't have a support system. You guys are my support team. It's you. Like Zyla and I, we were talking about Thanksgiving the other day, and typically I cook the whole meal for the three of us. I do like and I let them pick their favorites, right? So, like the turkey and green beans and mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and rolls and eggs and all the things, right? I just let them pick whatever they want. And I just make a bunch of food and I cook all day and then we have this ginormous meal, but it's just the three of us and then we have leftovers. So Zylo, she was like, Mom, are you gonna cook all day again this year? Or like she was like, nobody nobody eats with us. And I'm like, well, you have to invite them for them to eat with you. But so we might mix up our traditions this year a little bit. Um, I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but we talked about doing something a little bit different. Um, and I chose to walk away and move away from a lot of my family, for reasons. For reasons. It's so fun though. Like, do you also love cooking? Like it's a lot of fun for me to cook all that in a day. I don't know why. Yeah. Okay. It's just a good time. And then it's delicious and you have food for however long. Yeah. Yeah. I try to like do it as I go. You know what I mean? Um, but even that is still sometimes challenging. I was hanging for oh, anyways. So yeah, I think we're gonna do something a little different this year. I don't know what we'll do, but we may just get pizza and go see a movie. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. So I hate that that happened. I don't have a dishwasher, but I know what it's like when you like have had a dishwasher and then it goes away. Like shit. I wouldn't be able to survive without a dryer though. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And that's well, hopefully you get those all fixed here soon. Or new ones or something. Would you guys know that my thumb is still sore from when I heard it from trying to twerk in a handstand? That's crazy. Still sore. It's been at least a month. Oh, maybe. Maybe. All right, guys. I really should go, though. Um, it's been fun chatting and hanging out. Um, but yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for chatting it up. Thanks for spending some times. No, thanks, Nat. Of course. Oh, that's good to know, Amanda. Right on. We're probably not supposed to twerk, but you know what? It's funny. Thanks. Oh, gosh. All right, guys, listen. I love ya. And, I hope that Patty Cake / Wendy finds her dog. I hope you guys have a great day. And I didn't think I could either until I put my feet up on a wall and I was like, oh, dang. So, you guys literally witnessed my very first and probably very last wall twerk of all time. It's a blessing. But anyways, all right, guys, I'm gonna go. I love you. I hope that everyone has a fantastic day. And yes, you too, Nat. And I hope your back continues to feel refreshed. All right. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you.